la, hip, 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 lunge, la, hey, la, hip, 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 la, and lunge, la, hip, hip, lunge, la, good lunge, good, hey, la, hey, la, hey, 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 la, hey, la, hey, hey, la, lunge, hey, lunge, la, hey, la, lunge, la, hey, la, easy. Lunge, la, lunge, lunge. Hello, and welcome to the Selberg Fencing Academy once again. Today we're doing part 2 of the individual foil lesson, and for those of you who saw part 1, I'm certain that this will be of continued interest to you. Where in part 1 we dealt primarily with the issues of distance with a secondary emphasis on technique. On part 2 now we'll be dealing essentially with the concept of counter time, and then of course additional techniques that go with the understanding of counter time. I would advise anyone watching this tape to study it, possibly rerunning it many times. We're going to have it absolutely loaded with information, and this tape can easily be studied very much as you would study a book. Read it over many times, especially those chapters you find of immediate interest to yourself. The individual lesson provides the primary method of developing real skill development relative to competitive fencing, and we're trying to show a real live lesson on this tape that can give some indication as to what we feel at least is important relative to training and preparation. The young lady in the tape is Diane Amadon, who was 4 times, I should say 4 years in a row, Northern California Intercollegiate Champion. She never lost a foil bout during her collegiate career, and she was the first lady to win the Under-19 Women's National Championships. So you're looking at a very skilled young lady, and I don't know of anybody who can present what it takes to take a really good lesson better than Diana does. So with that much forewarning, I think that we should look at this tape and see what we can glean out of it. So, are we ready to roll them? A little more realism in the take would be good. Hey, hey, la! That's very good. That's very good. Hey, hey, la! Okay, rest. And I want to talk about counter time just a little bit. And you know what counter time is? Okay, come over here and tell me what that is. Come forward, come forward. What's counter time? Come forward more. I want to get you close to the mic so you can tell us all about counter time.
Counter time is lunging into your opponent's attack.
It's lunging into your opponent's attack.
Preparation.
Okay.
Or attacking into.
Attacking into your opponent's attack.
Preparation.
Well, that's what, yeah, counter time starts off with the stop thrust, doesn't it? That's a counteroffensive into their attack, and you're exactly right. It's attacking into their attack, or into their attack preparation, right? And the best time in fencing for you is to create a moment when they'll come, when you know they're coming, and then you can launch into their time. Is that? Yeah. So go on, guard. Let's talk about it just a little bit here. Go on. So you want to do a counter time action. The simplest one go on guard. You see me starting to come forward, just lunge in and hit me. Hey! You catch me just before I start going. Do you follow me? You're just a little bit more on top of the action than I am. Counterattack into attack. I start the attack, hey! And you take it to the counterattack. If you don't lunge on the counterattack, go on guard, then it becomes a stop thrust. I come in, la, that's right. And la, that's right. If you lunge on it, la, then it's called an attack into tempo. You know this already. Go back a little bit. So a stopping time or attack into tempo time, it's the same concept. It's a part of counter time. And almost all fencers understand that. But there's a much more sophisticated level for counter time that you want to get into, which is go on guard. You create the moment for them to do something. Say you do a beat extension. Just to get me to do a parry repost, and you do your offensive into my action. Then you have a counter time offensive. All good fencing starts right there. Otherwise, you've got two people standing there taking turns attacking each other and taking turns parrying each other like a beginner. But if I can get you to reach for my target on my terms, I can take you with a parry repost or with say a beat direct attack or any number of things in a counter time measure. Go on guard. So if I can get you to reach for my target, I go, hey, bam, I pick you up and I got you. Right? That's counter time. Okay. Let's see you do that using the repost as your device. You're going to step forward, giving me something to reach for. Hey, la, that's right. And hey, la. You might do it with a small beat direct attack. Hey, la, la, ready and waiting. And if you've got a good cart parry, you're very safe on this. Hey, la. Let's try it again. Hey, hey, la. Hey, 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 la. That was very good. Hey, hey, la. And hey, hey, la. Hey, hey, la. And you can see I can't beat you on this time. Go back. There's no way, no matter how fast I am, I can beat you on this because you've set it up, you know what I'm going to do, and you're mentally a movement ahead of me, and you're ready to go. Do you follow me? And that's why this is the best strategy. If you can get your opponent to reach for you, either through a parry repost that he does, or through a stop thrust that he does, you can do a beautiful counter time game, and that's how you should start out from the first touch to the fifth in a serious fencing bout. Always offering them something, try to get them to reach for you. When they reach, take the blade and hit them on counter time. Okay? We're almost ready for a rest. So now, you're just going to do a little half lunge opening up. Hey! And you pick me up with the rest of the lunge. Ready? Half lunge opening up. Hey! La. Again. Hey! Hey! La. Okay, this time with a little beat direct half lunge. Hey! Hey! La. And you're ready to take me out. Ready? And hey! Hey! La. And hey! Hey! La. And hey! Hey! La. That's very good. Go back. La. La. This time with a little balestra step opening up. Hey! La. Hey, la, that's right. Beautiful counter time. Beautiful counter time. Hey, la. This time balestra step into cart position. Hey, and I come out with the action. That's right. Close it out and hit me. And you would be amazed at how frequently you can get them to reach for you if you give them the slightest visual invitation of what, make it easy for them to want to do it. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, go on guard. And again, giving me the invitation into the sixth line. Hey, la. Hey, la. And again, hey, la. La, that's right. Now give me the invitation from the top. La, and take it with the six coupe. La, using more wrist. Again. Hey, la. Hey, la. That's right. Then you get the target. It's a killer move. Killer move. Yeah? Hey, la, la. Yeah? Hey, la, la. That's right. This time it's 17. Hey, and take it 6. La.
You had compared.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, la, la. And the 17th position is such a good invitation because it gives you such a powerful 6 take. See, you're already established, bang, ready to go. See. On your 17 again. Hey, la, hey, la. 6th, la, take it with the carte coupe. La, that's right. Anything you can think of. Okay, la, la. La, la. Give me something else you can think of. La, la. La, eh, la. Yes. Something else you can think of. La, la. La, la. That's right. And believe it or not, that's the best one. If on the setup you can get them just to freeze a little bit, then you can take them out with a direct attack. Okay? And that's on the highest levels of fencing how it's done. That's why when you watch, world-class fencers, they're hitting each other with direct action, beat direct. Nothing, a take coupe, that's about it. They're not out there doing 16 disengages and moving forward. They're not trying to outsmart the other guy in the sense that they can do more disengages than the other guy can do parries, because the more complex the presentation on a counter-time preparation is, the more likely it's to break down. So you want to keep it simple with a lot of pressure through squeezing the distance. On. Give me a balestra step with a full extension. Hey, la. Again. Hey, la. Hey, hey, la. That's right. As though you're coming, but you're not. With a double advance, same way. Hey, la, la. Hey, la. Okay, so we got the idea here. You can step forward, put pressure on the guy, try to get him to pull, to stop thrust or attack into tempo, and you can pick him up with the counter-time game, see. So what it boils down to, if you go forward inviting or convincing them that you're coming forward to draw out their stop thrust, they're doing counter-time on you, aren't they? And then you're answering that with your own counter-time and second intention. Then you've got a really high-level fencing game. There's counter-time versus counter-time. And then the guy who's doing the second intention move is probably going to be on top of the action if he technically can hold himself together, which is the problem. Okay, a little more, and then we're going to take a 10-minute break. All right, a half of a lunge with the beat direct. Now I'm going to do para repost, and you're going to do a flesh out of that with a 6 coupe take.
How do I do a flesh from here?
Just do it. Line, that's how. If you ask yourself how to move, believe me, you'll never move again. Ready? Yeah. Hey, hey, la, la. That's right. Move. Hey, la, hey, hey. La. That's it could just as well be cart. Let's do a few cards. We'll do the directed. Hey, 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 la. That's right. Hey, 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 la. That's right. Be careful this time. Advance with the beat extension. Now you're going to take it with a balestra return. You're going to parry carte, coupe balestra. Hey, la, la. That's right. Hey, 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 la. That's right. We're getting into some rather sophisticated timing now, see. Ready? Come. Hey, 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 la. Keep the elbow in. Hey, 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 la. That's right. Hey, hey, la. I'm sorry, step forward. Okay, and if you take that just with the wrist now, la, that's right. Ready? Come. Okay, la. Come. Okay, you're going to take it with a cart disengage, a lunge. You're going to balestra out of this. Come. Okay, come with the beat extension. Okay, balestra, la. Okay, la. I need a more realistic cart. The old story. Hey, la, you need a better cart. You can grab that thing. Okay, really grab it on the jump. Come, hey, la, la. Okay, this time we're going to hold on to it. You're going to balestra, la, and hold on to the blade before you go. Come, hey, la. Go, disengage, la. Hey, la, la. That's what I want. Hey, la. Yeah, you can tell when to go. Once you got control of that blade, release it and go. Keep the rhythm. Come. Hey, la, la. Hey, la. Come. Hey, la. Let's see how fast you can put that together. Come. Hey, la. Come. Hey, la. Come. Hey, la. Yes. And hey, la. And hey, la. And hey, la. Retreat. Hey, la, 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 la. Hey, la. Hey, la, la, hey, la. Hey, 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 la. Hey, la, la, hey, la, la, hey, la. La, hey, la, la, hey, la, hey, la, la, hey, la, la, hey, la, with disengage, hey, la, and down for a little bit. We'll take another 10-minute break. Good job, good job. Now, all right, my dears, once again. Yeah. La. hey, la, 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 yes. Comes the extension, hey, heart, and hey, la. Yeah, hey, la. La, la. Hey, no. And hey, 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 la, hey, hey, la. Yes. Over the top to the back side. La, no. And hey, hey, la. Hey, la, la. And la, hey, la. And hey, la. Hey, la. Hey, hey, la. La. Hey, 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 la. Hey, 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 la, 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 la. Hey, hey, la. No? Hey, 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 la. Disengage next time. Hey, la, hey, la. Hey, la, hey, la. Shake it up. Yeah. Hey, la, hey, la. Hey, la, hey, 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 la. Hey, la, hey, 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 hey. La, 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 hey, la, hey, la. Yeah. Hey, 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 la. Yeah. Hey, la, hey, la, la, la. Yeah. Hey, 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 hey. La, la. Yeah. Hey, 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 la. Yeah. Hey, 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 la. Yeah. La, hey, 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 la, hey, la, hey, la, la, hey, 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 la, hey, la, 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 hey, la, la. Yeah. Ready? Yeah, la, 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 la. Ankle is very close. La, la. Ready? Hey, la this way. La. Hey, la, la. Yeah, hey, la. Yeah, hey, la. Yeah, hey, la. Yeah, hey, la.
Fun. I put my elbow out.
Yeah, yeah. You can do what you want to do. Yeah, hey, la. Yeah, hey, la, la. Yeah, hey, la, la. Yes. Now, opposition cart to the back side. La. Hey, la. Hey, la. Hey, la. Hey, la. And la. And la. La. Very away. Now, when you do this, you should be trying to keep this from hitting your leg. Just keep it out here. a bit. La. That's the idea of the opposition. So you're going to try to keep it from hitting you off target. You don't want the off target because you lose your right of way, or you lose your repost. A la, la, and la, la, a la, la, and a la, la. Paranando, straight feint. Hey, la, 1, 2. Hey, la, 1, 2. Hey, la, 1, 2. Hey, la, hey, la. Retreat. Hey, hey, la, hey, 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 la, 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 la. Paranando, 1, 2. Hey. Yeah. Hey, la. Yeah. Hey, la. Don't leave the feint there so long. Hey, la. on the beat disengage, you get that beat immediately. And hey, la, and hey, la, hey, la. Yeah, hey, la, hey, la. That's what I want. Come on, we're almost done. Yeah, hey, 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 la. Yeah, hey. Beat disengage. Hey, lock. Hey, lock. That's right. Hey, lock. Hey, lock. Hey. Okay. Hey. Got your chance. Hey. That's your chance. Ready? Hey, la. There's your chance. Step in, take the blade, and go. Hey, la. Hey, la. Hey, la. Hey. You got to take it on the step. This is pattern. Ready? Hey, la. Hey, la. Hey, la. Now pattern. Hey, la. Hey, la. Hey, la. Hey, la. No. Hey, la. Hey, la. Hey, la. Now you see your opportunity. Hey, la. Bigger distance. Bigger distance. Hey, la. Hey, la. Hey, la. Hey, la. That's right. Hey, la. Hey, la. With a deep 1, 2. Hey, la. Hey, la. Hey, la. Hey, la. Hey, la. Hey, la. Almost done. The left is straight thing. Hey, la. And hey, la. And hey, la. And hey, la. Yes. Yeah. Hey, la. And hey, la. And hey, la. Hey, la. Hey, la. La, la. Hey, la, 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 la. Hey, la. Hey, la. Hey, la. Hey, la. La. La, 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 hey, hey, la, la. Almost done. Yeah, la, 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 hey, hey, la, hey, 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 la, la. And la, and la, 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 and la, la, hey, la, la, hey, la, la. La, la, and la, hey, la, la, hey, la, hey, la, la. Well, let's try 1, 2, hey, la. Ready? And hey, la, and hey, la, and hey, la, and hey, la. Shake it out. We're almost done. We're very near. Nice big one. The change beat disengage. Hey, la. Hey, la, hey, la. Okay, over here. Just about ready to fold.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, la, 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 la. Before you die, I need one good one. Change beat disengage. Hey, la. One more good one. Hey, la. All right. Go back here. And I'm there. Advance to the lead extension. Hey, la, la, la. Again. Hey, la, la, la. Again. Hey, hey, la. And with the disengage next time. And hey, 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 la. And hey, hey, la. I'll get a redouble out of you. Ready? On guard before you
knew
die.
you were going to do
Before
those.
you die. Before you die. Come. Hey la, hey la, hey la, 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 la. Hey la, hey la, hey la. The left a little high. Hey la, and hey la, and hey la, and hey la. Retreat, 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 retreat. And big flash. And la. And on guard. Right away, right away, on guard. Right away, right. Come on, on guard. Flash. La. And on guard. Come on, flash. Come on guard. Right now. I'm trying to get you moving. Come on, hey. La. And on guard. Right away. Come on. And here we go. Hey. La. And on guard. Right away. Come on. Come on. Don't die on. You don't have to rest. No. Hey. La. Now took on guard. Don't rest. Don't rest. Don't rest. Come on. Hit it. La. Don't rest. Don't rest whenever you do. Hit me. La. And you're done. Now you've had a workout. And that concludes the first half of today's video. And now we're going to move into the second half, which deals with more advanced methodology. And as you've observed, we stayed fairly much within the format of video number 1 on this video number 2. We stayed essentially within a lesson that has a paramount issue, this question of distance, short, medium, long range distance, and then a secondary emphasis on basic technique, the kinds of technique that every aspiring young fencer should practice to bring within his control. On the second half now, we'll be dealing with more advanced methodology, relating to opposition attacks, to envelopment attacks, to angulated hits to the backside and to the shoulder, that sort of thing. Assisting me in this lesson will be Mark Headley, who's certainly one of the top-ranked fencers in this country, certainly on the West Coast in the western United States. Mark has been fencing for about 8 years, very fine talent, and he trains very rigorously and very hard. And this will give you an idea of the kinds of things that he feels are important to his game. Mark takes a very hard, fast lesson. He's in superb condition, as you'll observe, and I think that this lesson should be of immense interest to you. All right, and on that note, let's go ahead and look at what we got here. What we're really trying to achieve at this point, it's like we're warming up the hand, beginning of the lesson. But what I'm trying to do is to get you to deliver the point with the feet. So you step forward with the foot, step back, and remove it with the foot. Forward with the foot, and remove it with the foot. So you're not
always thinking about reaching.
Yeah, always think about straining the arm, and then off of target, pulling back with the arm. You want the feet to be doing this all the time, right? The hand should never, or the arm and the hand should never have to place that point on a target. Do you follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, it's a really hard concept to get used to. You say, well, God, I reach for things. But the fact is, if you reach for something, say I'm going to reach for that test weight, I don't strain to get to it. I walk over with my feet and pick it up. And that's exactly how you're supposed to be putting your touches on your ball. So go on there. And you know that, what does Grimba say? It's like handing them a platter.
Right.
Do you understand? You're going to reach out, you don't strain for the touch. The feet should be taking care of that for you, so the hands are free to do other things. The hand has got to parry, it's got to set line, it's got to do all this, it's got to break tempo with blade play, all of that stuff. And the one thing it must not have to do is strain for the touch. The feet should do their job. That's what they're paid to do on there. And here. And you didn't have to step in on that. Here the point is coming after you, and take it and score. Hey, hey, la, hey, hey, la, hey, hey, and hey, hey, la, hey, hey, la, hey, la. That's right. So what we're really doing here, it looks like a lot of handwork, and it is, but what we're really doing is a footwork section. Hey, hey, la, 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 hey, hey. la, and hey, la. That's right. If the distance is correct on any given motion, you'll be on top of what's going on most of the time. Hey, la, hey, la, and la, hey, la, hey, la, hey, hey, la. That's right. Very good. Now we need the mask. We're warmed up. Yeah, come. Hey, la, hey, la. Hey, la, hey, la. Hey, la, hey, la. Now, if you do, let's say you step forward and the beat disengage, and you feel this long interval of time, don't continue in.
Okay.
Just assume that you're not going to make it.
Right.
And then get a disengage. If you can't hit within one tempo on a direct action, don't bother with it. That's what it boils down to. A direct action that takes 2 tempos can't make it even against a beginner. See?
Right.
So go on there. So let's say you're coming in with a beat disengage, hey, la, and if you haven't got it by then, you better plan to come some other ways.
Okay.
Hey, la, if you got it, that's something else. Hey, la, you got it. Yeah, hey, 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 la, that's right. And hey, la, and hey, la, hey, la. It's okay. It's okay. And hey, la, la, and hey, la. Give it a chance. And hey, la. You better be on top of it. Hey, you should have been there.
Right.
You should have been there. But now you're trying to think in terms of options.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, don't do that. So either you got it now in one tempo, or you don't have it in one tempo. That's hey, la, la, hey, la, hey, la. That's right. You could have even put another one in there. Yeah. Hey, la. Hey, la. That's right. And hey, la. What was that? And hey, la. And hey, la, la. Now, circle 6. Now, don't snap the point in here. Just release and come. No.
Okay.
You see that? Snap?
Yeah.
No. And that snap should have been on target.
Right.
Ready? Circle 6. Now, at this moment, you should be going to target. Ah, that's right. Otherwise, you're taking one tempo longer
Right.
for the very action you're doing.
The funny thing is, I think I'm speeding it up. You know, I'm trying to
It's slowing.
snap it around,
Yeah, and that doesn't.
and I feel like I'm doing it faster that way.
Yeah, you've got one major flaw in your game, and that's on your assault. You like to pump your arm.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
If it's a long distance assault, you can and then boom,
Right.
and you do it so fast. If the guy doesn't have a almost point in line, he can't get time on it.
Right.
So it's a very good tempo breaking device, but as a habit, it's costing you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It cost you your bout last night with the boat, and you lost 2 chances because you lost time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And both of you didn't get in the target.
Right.
Where you had it, he wasn't parried, you should have gone.
Right.
Now that's the same habit as this thing here. Go in here. So when you do circle 6, so you pick my blade up here, and that should be a spiral in the target. And hey, la, la, hey, la, la. You see you're finishing the spiral before you get to the target.
Right.
That
Right.
means there's time for another disengage.
Right. Okay.
See, it's not going here. The circle 6, at this moment, you should be heading like a direct attack. La, that's right. Hey, la. Hey, there, that's right. Hey, la, that's right. Hey, hey, hey. You feel the difference?
Yeah, it's a huge difference. It feels like a direct attack, and I'm thinking in terms of putting my point in line and then going to target out of that.
Yeah, and if you're going to do that, go on guard. So circle 6, do it. Bring it around before you go. At that point, don't continue. Disengage
Right.
and come again.
Sure.
There's no point in continuing against anybody who's any good.
Right.
You see it? Okay.
Got
You
it.
understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, la, la. 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 That's right. Okay, blah, you did it
Yeah,
again.
my feet. Right.
I think if you're really to ask a question like, what's the most difficult technical thing to do in fencing, just from a technical point of view, I think it's to reach out and touch the target for the direct action is the most difficult.
Right.
It's really hard to do that simple thing to try. It's much easier to come in waving your weapon around.
Right.
And it's kind of a deep psychological need to keep winding up and winding up before you go see.
Yeah.
And what the really hot fencers do, you look at European fencers, they know how to get directly to the target.
Right.
And they know how to get indirectly there too. But
Yeah.
it's essentially the most basic attack in fencing, the direct action,
Yeah.
is something they can handle well. And most Americans really can't.
Right. Well, I feel that insecurity so strongly of wanting to do something else on the way to target, some little move, some little pullback, something, and when I fence really well, it isn't there.
Yeah, and if it is there, then it's there on purpose for some reasons. And there's nothing wrong with a pullback. Like say you go on guard. Let's say I do a fade at you.
I'm sorry?
Let's say I do a fade at you, and you do card. And I'm here, and you do 6. I know you do 6. I can pull back and take that.
Right.
As long as there's no stopping action coming out, pullback is fine. It's easier for me to avoid your parries.
Sure.
But as you know, it leaves me vulnerable to stop actions.
Right. Right.
So if you pull back and the guy puts a stop out, it's your own damn fault.
Yeah.
My feeling is you shouldn't have to fence as though you have to pull back or not pull back.
Sure.
It's not a question of whether you pull back or go straight in. It's a question of being able to do both of them.
Right.
Do you follow
Right.
me?
Yeah. Well, and then certainly not having the pullback is a habit. I mean, that's where it gets me. Is it comes out at exactly when I don't want to do it. I'll feel myself doing it. Just out of a.
Yeah, and then you're being victimized by your own habits or
Yeah.
your own addictive behaviors, as I
Right.
call it.
Right.
And God knows we've all got it.
Right.
And in fencing, really, what I think is you're trying to get over addictive behavior.
Yeah.
So you have, as an Eldon says, you have free will in defense. You can do it all. You hear this, let me labor this a little bit more. And for the video, it's really interesting, I think. And somebody watching this might answer a confusion that you're bound to be laboring with if you teach fencing. Every fencing teacher has a different method of parrying.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll chalk it off to Italian technique or French technique or something like this. But the fact is there are many ways to parry a given parry in the French style and many ways to do a given parry in the Italian style. It isn't just an Italian parry versus a French parry. Do you understand?
Right.
If you're a real going guard, if you say you feint here and you're coming in real deep on me and I've got a parry at this point, right?
Right.
There is no way I can spank the blade at this point.
Right.
At this moment, lunge. I should be using the guard and the blade, hopefully being able to point and line all at the same time on the repost or to do opposition someplace. But I'm forced to parry with the fork of the blade if I'm parrying once you've gotten deep into my territory.
Right.
And this is where I was so impressed you mentioned Grimla's observation, go on guard. So you come in, you're in deep. His observation is you pull back and put it up. Do you understand?
Yeah, it was a whole different concept for me.
It's a different concept, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you were trying to explain it's not a spanking parry, it's not a seating parry, it's something else.
Something different, yeah.
And yeah, go on guard. And so if you're in close, this one thing I can't do is spank.
Right.
I can come back and spank, but it's awkward as hell. See, or I can retreat and get distance.
Sure.
But that means I've solved the problem of distance, which is what I should do. But if you're in close, I have to use the guard for my parry, in which case it might be because it's close time for opposition action someplace else. My policy is, if you're going to parry with the guard, which is generally recommended by the French school of fencing,
Right.
that you parry with the guard as a closeout, or as a closeout this way, or to cut the line to come someplace else. Once you get their blade in your guard, there are a lot of options here.
Right.
If you can maintain a really nice distance and catch the guy, and just as he's coming out, then the spanking parry.
Sure.
Do you follow me?
Yeah.
And somebody said, well, that's not a parry, that's a beat. But if the point is coming at me and I spank it out of the way, it's definitely a defensive move, and therefore it's a parry. So what I'm trying to say is you've got two ideas here, generally speaking, of how to parry card.
Right.
Okay? And this applies to all the parries in the book, go on guard. So I can do spanking parries, or I can do guard parries. It depends upon the distance and what I want to achieve. Or I can do a parry which is personalized, like the Rimba parry, if that indeed is the Rimba parry. But something like. But his idea is really great, see, because what happens here, it acknowledges that the target area is this way. It isn't parrying straight across. Do you understand?
Yeah.
The target area is this way, so cart comes back. And it's the best cart parry in the world for most circumstances.
It's
so
very efficient.
Yeah, and what I'm doing then is the true theory of defense, where you're coming in, I'm deflecting your blade and hitting you.
Right.
I'm not blocking it.
Right.
You follow?
Like he wants a wall of steel there, and don't go until you have their blade.
Right, and parry lives it down. Right at the last moment. And the other nice thing about that, so you're coming in, and I take it like this. Let's say that you had disengaged. Just say, let's say that when I go for this, you disengage. Okay, see, this is a continuous movement. It's cart continuous, which if I don't find it, I'm going to block you on the 6th line. Do you understand? So say you do a fade disengage, and I go, hey, I'm blocking you. So there's another idea about how to parry those things. So what are we saying? That it isn't one move versus another move in fencing. You should be able to do them all. You really should be able to tailor-make whatever you're doing to the circumstances. And again, the premise that I labor to the point where nobody listens to me is that no two attacks ever come in the same way. No two fencers fence the same way. You don't fence the same way from one day to the next. There are little differences. So if a spanking, put your blade on, if a spanking parry does a job, fine. And if it's a guard parry with opposition, that's fine. Whatever works used. Now, you'll have certain moves that you have predisposition for. Those are things that come out of your game through long experience, and hopefully those moves you're predisposed for are what you build your personal game out of, but not being a slave to it. So you can still improvise from that. Do you follow me? So you're trying to learn all the moves you possibly can. Nobody learns them all. Fencing is too complex for them. Nobody masters this game. There's too many facets to it, and that's why it's interesting. It's like chess. Thousands of moves. But you should get to the point where you have reasonable command to choose various moves, and on the spur of the moment to come up with the right answer. When you're going so fast, the intellect isn't really good. Am I making sense?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It makes a lot of sense.
If you have anything to add to this, do so, because you got a fresher view of the whole scene than I have, really, on here. So we're just trying to keep distance to allow us to put a lot of different things on. What a nice, this is a great exercise. Getting loosened up?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Advanced beat extension. Now set me up for a nice big pre-parry shot down the back. La. That's right. Yeah. La. Yeah. Hey. La. Yeah. Hey. Hey. La. Try to go right down the shoulder blade if you can. Hey. Hey. La. That's right. Yeah. Hey, la. Yeah. Hey, la. Try to get down the back. Practice the move a little slower, maybe. Hey, la. There you go. Hey, la. Hey, la. And hey, la. Hey, la. Hey, la. That's very good. Nice shot to me. Now, take it, set it up, take it to 6, and give me the pre
Okay.
shot down the back.
Okay. There.
So now, come set it up, take it to 6. No.
So you take it in 6
Ready?
first.
Set it up. ready. Set it up. Take it to 6. Keep going around. Blah. There you go. Okay. Blah. Yes, just one movement.
Right.
Come, take. Blah. Yeah. No. You've got to come get to prime.
Right.
Come, take. Blah. Yeah, so you're controlling my blade. You're enveloping the blade as you go.
Right.
And if you leave that part out, then this move doesn't make a lot of sense. Then, blah, that's right. And that's what clears me, puts me in a position where I really can't parry up here. Well, look at it in slow motion. Come, hey, blah, hey. At this moment, I'm inclined to parry here. I'm inclined to, by the very feel is extended. So you lunge. Now you get up. The tendency is for you to crouch over here.
Right.
Feel it again. Lunge. Okay. Drop.
Yeah.
Okay. Set it up. Take. La. Yeah. And the surprising thing is, you'll seldom miss those.
Right.
You seldom hit off target.
Yeah, that was a big shock to me.
Yeah. Take. La. Yeah. Take. La. Yeah. Take. La. Yeah, that's nice. It's so easy to do because once you're setting your blade in motion, you keep going in the same direction all the time. You're not having to reverse your motions.
Right. Right. Yeah, it's one move of the action.
Yeah, and it's like, say you do a circle 6 high septime.
Uh-huh.
Just do it, circle 6 high septime. It's a, be sure you cover it.
Right.
It's a defense system that keeps you in the same direction all the time, so you don't have to stop and reverse. Every time you make a sharp action and have to reverse the action, you build G's up on your weapon.
Right.
And you want to avoid that. See?
Inertia.
And that's where circle card is nice, because the same direction. 6 high septime is nice. 6 prime is nice. They're all in the same direction. And it suits it lends itself better to modern electrical fencing, because these actions are much faster.
Right.
They give you just as much protection as a lateral or a parry or a vertical parry system.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Under.
Right.
And I know you're aware of all of this already, but we have to hear it again.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I can see where I dropped some of that out.
Under. Oh, come here. La. 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 Yes. Come. Now, take it a circle cart to the backside. La. Again. I'm parry. No. Come. I'm parry. You go cart. Disengage. La. It's an envelopment this way now. So then there's an envelopment from this side down the back. Now it's this way. And la. La. That's right. Keep it going. La. 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 Hey, la. Yes. So if the distance is good, you can use your weapon.
Right.
Okay. Now, take it in second. And angle it. La. 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 That's right. La. 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 Yes. Now the premise here is that if you've got good technical control, and you do, that any parry you got can be used against any thrust. It doesn't have to be attack to card line to parry card, attack to 6 to parry 6. Do you understand?
Right.
Attack to top to use that top.
Right.
Go under. So if I'm coming in on any central line, you can pick it up a card, 6, high 17, yeah, second. You know, you can take any thrust with any one of those parries. They're all good. The beginner is told, well, if they attack the high line, use high line parries. You attack the low line. And the beginner has to learn that way to know what his territory is.
Sure.
But then, if you're going to be creative with it, then you can use one parry in place of another.
Right.
Do you understand? Then your opponent never knows.
Yeah.
So go on guard. I expect you to parry cart and you give me pre.
Oops, I see.
Well, that's good too, but I expect cart to give me a pre. You know, that screws me up. I expect cart to give me circle 6. That screws me up. I expect cart to give me second. That screws me up. Do you understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
And always I'm looking for cart and I'm not getting it. And then when I don't expect you to do cart, you do.
Right.
Our job as fencers is to do anything they don't want us to do. And I'm here. Okay. Set it up. And this is pre-start to the backside. Lock. Yeah. Lock. Yeah. Lock. Second angulation. Lock. Yeah. Now we take that lunge with the tape. Lock. Yeah. Take. Lock. Yeah. Take. Lock. Yeah, don't give me any way out.
Right.
Yeah. Take it. Lock. Yeah. Take it. Take. Lock. Yeah. Take it. Take. Lock. Yes. Yeah. Okay. And what would be the best parry out of that? Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, hey.
Oops.
Yeah. Hey, hey. La, la, la. That's right.
Oh, boy.
Don't plan to fail.
Yeah.
Don't assume they're going to stop. Yeah? Hey, la. Hey, 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 la. That's very good. Now I'll give you a tough one. Same thing. Only I want you to come up real high, coupe on the back of the
Well, I've got to come out of the lunge.
You come leap in the air if you have to. Ready? Come, hey, hey, la, la. And I want you to come up high.
Okay.
Come, hey, hey, la. Now you go up, not forward. Hey, la. That's right.
This is what you've taught me for years not to do. God.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, that's the one. Yeah. The problem you got in teaching fencing, and everybody who teaches knows this, you can't let a beginner do this stuff. The beginner, you gotta settle them down and get a formula.
Right.
And that takes about 5 years, under the best conditions. If you can't get the beginner to settle down and to do the basic straight down the center, feet disengage, feet disengage, the standard textbook material, you can't take him into this kind of material and get any really good results. The beginner's problem is that he angulates everything he does. Go on guard. The beginner comes up, first time he fences, he's going to try to reach around your parries. Do you understand? Because he doesn't have the skill to go through them.
Right, right.
So the beginner is instinctively angulating and instinctively remising.
Right.
And it takes about 5 years of conscientious work on the part of the fencer and the coach to get him to settle down so he can read and write as well nowadays. So he can do the straight, classic, run-of-the-mill stuff that doesn't work in the finals and the nationals.
Right.
Do you understand?
Right.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's the foundation.
Uh-huh.
And then, when you see the guy's got that foundation, then you start putting in the angulated moves. That's what we're talking about.
Right.
Take him right back to the stuff that we told him he couldn't do in the beginning.
Yeah.
In the beginning, we said, you can't remise. On the higher level, remise. Beginning, don't angulate. Higher level, angulate. You understand? But it's again, there's a terrible contradiction in teaching that every fencing teacher is stuck with.
Right.
You know, what do you teach first and what do you teach second and third? And you just can't say, well, that's the way the champion behaves. That's how I'm going to teach my beginners. It doesn't work that way.
Sure.
Same in boxing. Same in boxing. In boxing, you got to, if the guy's right-handed, you got to damn near tie his right hand to his side to force him to use his left hand. Because without a good straight jab in boxing, you're not a boxer. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And then once he gets a good habit of this, which takes 2 or 3 years, then you start incorporating. He might want to switch and lead with the right hand. You know, you can box southpaw, you can do all, you can improvise any way you want that works.
Sure,
You see.
sure.
So what I'm trying to do is answer your question in an overly verbose fashion, I guess. But it's a really tough one for the student to understand and for the instructor to understand. And if you do understand that there are stages that you have to go through.
Right.
You're going to be a race car driver, you start with a small car. You know, on here. And that whole tirade was to give you a rest. Set it up. Okay, take it in second. And la, la. And a nice little flesh out of that doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
You can try that.
It's lazy.
Yeah. La, la. And well, you lost track of what you're doing.
Yeah.
And la. That's the one you're after. Make it fast. La. Set it up. La. Yeah, don't get stuck down here. Set it up. La. Oh, my fault. La. So now you can make that angulated attack straight in. La. Or you can make it as a complete follow through. Hey, that's right. Or you can use the angulation. Come straight in this time. Now we're going to set it up.
Sorry.
Come. La. You can make it as a counter. No, Perry. No, you can use your pre-angulation
Oh,
as
okay,
a counter.
right.
So what I'm trying to say is this. Set it up. You can take it with angulation. La. Set it up. You can take it with angulation to the backside. La. Or come. You can come in straight. You can use the angulation. Yeah, as a.
Sure.
And I wish you wouldn't compulsively go here.
Uh-huh.
Go down the back where we're talking about. That's a good shot too, of course. On here, but that's not what we're working on. Come. Hey, la. La. You can get higher with it.
Right.
Come. Hey, la.
Oh, and we got caught.
Hey, la. Hey. Come. Hey, la, la. Hey, la, la. Okay. Oh, we're going to get it. Now you got to settle down.
Yeah.
Try to hit here. Come. Hey, la, la, la. That's right. Get it high. Come. Hey, la, wait.
Yeah.
Now you got to decide, are you going to try to hit here or are you going to just continue and go to the top? And I want you to try to hit here. Right. Come. That's the one. You got it right there. That's nice. The problem with this stuff, you got to be really doing it to do it at all.
Right.
If you think about it, it can't be done. Ready? One more. Hey, la, la. That's right. That's right. Okay, set up. Take it with 6 coupe. La. Set it up. Hey, la, la. Yeah. Hey, la. Yeah. Hey, la. Come. Now, just take it with the wrist. La. Just with the wrist like that. Come. Just with the wrist. That's right. Throw it back and throw it up. See, what you're doing is this.
Right.
We want it this way. And if this works, do it. And if it doesn't, do it the other way. You know? Okay. So the coupe at this distance, there's the move. See? Come, okay. That, then you'll get a good V-post out of it. That's right. It's easier to do. Take it the other way. Lados. Okay, take it the other way. That's very nice. Very nice. And the other way. The other way. That's right. So we're going to alternate now. Okay. You start the fight and we finish. Hey, 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 that's right. Hey, hey, that's very good. Now take it with the balestra. Hey, hey, Set up footwork. Set it up. Now, this is the attack. Now I'm going to give you the doorbell. Hey, that's right. Hey, 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 that's right. Hey, 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 that's very good. Very good. Hey, 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 and if you have one,
Yeah, I tried. I remembered halfway through it.
I'll give you the distance. The ability in mid-phrase to accelerate is really a strong asset for you.
Right.
And the ability to slow down in mid-phrase is equally strong. To parry, hold, riposte.
Right.
Or to parry, double the speed riposte. You know, it's the regulating the speed of your action is where the power comes from. Because your opponent emotionally is always looking for some kind of security in the insecure situation they're about.
Right.
And he'll grab it from your tempo.
Right.
You feel your tempo, and he'll get onto it for security. If you break the tempo, you can wreck him.
Right.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
It's like taking a security away.
Right.
The other thing he can do is he'll try to set a tempo and get you to adjust to his.
Uh-huh.
Do you follow me? That's, if you're insecure, that's what happens.
Sure.
So you're out there fencing the guy, and you're scared to death, and you don't know what to do, and you can't breathe. On guard, and you don't know what to do, and he starts doing this, you'll start doing it.
Right. Sure.
And at that moment, if you can either accelerate or not get into it, you've pulled the rug out from under it. And I think in the highest level of fencing, it's who controls the tempo is the guy who's going to win. Given equal ability, equal intelligence, equal experience, the guy who controls the tempo will win the battle.
Right.
Do you follow me?
Yeah.
It isn't, you know, who can do the most perfect cart.
Sure.
You know, the most perfect balestra one.
Yeah.
The most perfectly executed movement
Mm-hmm.
at the wrong time is useless. Everything is a fight to the right to do it when you want to.
Right.
On it. Okay, now I'm going to have you parry the Drimba parry, as we'll start calling it, and so he can't sue us. Probably. Let's stop calling it that.
That.
Okay. I'm going to have you pull back and get just like that. We're doing slow. Pull back, and so make it come back and around. Good. So it's just wipe it back. Just wipe it back. I'm going to put the blade here. Wipe it back. is a grazing action. That's what we want. Line. Line with a retreat. Line with a retreat. Line. That was very good. Oh, that's even better. Hey, la. Yeah. It puts out a murderer's repose. Hey, la. Hey, la. Hey, la. That's right. You're going to do the same thing, only you're going to do circle 6, coupe. La. Now with cart. La. 6. La. Cart. La. That's right. So it's again getting back to the old axiom, there are movements that reverse direction without reversing direction. You understand?
Right.
Your musculature is moving the same direction, as opposed to, say, parry, repose, which actually
Sure.
reverses.
You get a circular flow off of it.
Yeah, you go, hey, it's a continuous movement.
Right.
And the value of a take 6 coupe, take cart coupe, everything is going in the same direction all the time. And that makes for better point control, it makes for better timing, it's a nicer feeling, as opposed to do you understand? But again, the is the basic that you build off of.
Right.
You follow me here?
Yeah.
Onward. So 6. Cart. Cart. Come back to the same one.
Yeah.
Back to the same line. Line. This time it's cart over the top to the back. This time it's the same line coming here. No. On guard. You maintain the line, the one we were working on. Line. Okay. It's okay. Line. And now the back. Line. And now the front. Line. And now the back. Line. That's right. Now 6. Line. Cart front. Line. Cart back. Line. That's right. Cart front, line, 6, line. So those are all para reposts that don't change the direction of the physics of the movement.
Right.
Does that?
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. The danger is if you miss the blade in 6, you come out and you'd be in there.
Right. You don't have the time.
Yeah. But with good distance, there's a minimal danger, really. Even if you don't get it, you might get out of it anyhow. See. There's stuff to throw in.
Yeah.
To throw in into a basic set of disciplines on here. Now, prise de fer to the back. Come. No. Ready? Prise de fer to the back. La. Prise de fer to the front. La.
Can I have a flash?
You sure can. Prise de fer to the back. La. 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 Hey, la, that's right. Hey, la, that's right. Very good, very good. Stuff's got a good feel to it.
Sure does.
Hey, la. Hey, la, that's right. Now, beat disengage. Beat disengage. That should hit before the disengage is completed. It's not a matter of speed, it's a matter of coordination. Now, please repair. La. La. That's right. Prise de fer repos are the best. You know, I don't think anybody would argue that, but they take high skill. Take high skill. Be direct. Prise de fer, boom. Be direct. 6 prise de fer. Just as fast as cart. Because your arm, it was a matter of coming here or coming here.
yourself.
Makes it harder to hit. You're going to pull it into your legs. You know, let's just practice that a little bit today, shouldn't we? Be direct. Let's see if you make the hand cover the line. Line. Easy. Now don't stop. Yeah, you can go easy and practice without stopping. You don't have to stop. Just slow down. Hey, la, hey, la. Hey, la, hey, la. There. We'll do a few of these slow. Someday it'll click.
Yeah. Got it.
Hey, 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 la. Hey, 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 la. Hey, 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 la. That's very nice. Let's do a couple more. Yeah. Hey, 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 la. See, the hand was way back. Hey, 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 la. And let's see, stay there, see if you can feel where the hand wasn't there. Okay, see if you can feel. Now that you should feel right in there. You got some security, and it shouldn't be wobbling back in the other direction. And hey, 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 la. And you're rushing it too much, but not a bad position. And don't rush, don't rush. Yeah, hey, 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 la. Hey, 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 la. And then you start to pull back again. Let it stay out there. Let it stay out there. Yeah. Hey, 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 la. Yeah, let it stay there. Ba, ba, la. Ba, 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 la. Ba, 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 la. Ba, 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 la. Yeah. And then you've got to use your hands. Close quarters, you've got to use your hands. There you go. That's right. That's right. Very good. Take a minute. And we'll take a minute here too. Can you hang in on that for a little bit? And then just, does this stuff, can you?
Yeah. Oh, it makes a lot of sense. I guess the thing that I find is always so frustrating is my inability to slow down and feel things. You know, when you do something wrong and you know it isn't quite right and you know there's another way to do it, you just don't want to slow down enough to try it the other way.
Yeah.
You want to force it sort of to the other way, or you know, and it's just it's so hard to make yourself settle down, really feel it the other way, and try to understand what the difference is.
Yeah. Always a dichotomy between what you're doing in lessons and what you do for survival in the bout, you know. And trying to get that balance. That's what sparring is for.
Yeah, but even in sparring, I think is where I have the hardest time getting myself to simply slow down enough to really feel the difference between different moves. You know, there's always that tendency to try something hard a few times, and if it doesn't work, forget about it, you know, and you don't settle down and really just do it slow.
Yeah.
And feel it. I have the hardest time getting myself to do that.
Well, as you know, slowing down is much harder than speeding up.
Yeah.
And then it's hard to slow down.
Yeah.
That's really what the phenomenon is.
Yeah, and it's as bad. I mean, it's bad in sparring, so it's impossible in a tournament situation. You know, to get yourself to really. Don Delaney really taught me that, where I got to 9-9 with him 2 or 3 times for my A. And 10-touch bouts, win the tournament, I get my A. And every time I sped up, he slowed down, and I lost. And it was a really educational experience. I just found out that if somebody just goes at you with adrenaline and the other person is completely ready for it, totally relaxed, and just moving slowly and precisely, you're dead.
I was watching these tapes that you took at the Los Angeles Circus, the bouts of Michael Marks. And the thing that you really see that he does, everybody that's looked at those tapes, well, he doesn't do it very much, and he's always winning, see?
Right.
But what he's doing, he's moving rather casually and slow most of the time, and then when he flies into action, it's just like lightning.
Right.
he'll put the point out, he's looking like he's sleeping almost. They go to take the blade, and just a little deceive, and they run over the point. If they get the blade, the lightning fast pararipos, so he's got a control of his tempo that's automatic.
Right.
He
They
doesn't-
can shake his tempo.
Yeah, you can't change his tempo. He's onto a secret. He knows that if you change the tempo, not only do you fence more relaxed and better, but it's just murder for your opponent. If you can't get your hands onto your opponent's tempo, you don't know how to time it.
Right.
You know, and
Right.
so then you try something that he's going slow, he's got you, and you try something fast. He tries something slow, and then he'll speed up on you.
Right.
He's always reversing things.
Right. Right.
I think that's part of what he does, outside of the fact that he's just extremely smart.
Yeah.
And that concludes our video for today. I hope it was of interest to all of you. I hope you might have been able to pick up a few new ideas, or at least see what we consider as important to this game. And again, I want to acknowledge that every fencing teacher and every fencer has a slightly different approach to this game. And if you've seen things in this video that might not totally fit into what you do, that's all right. No two teachers, no two fencers do it the same way. But at any rate, we've had a lot of fun showing this to you, and we look forward to bringing to you in the future video number 3 on the individual lesson, which will deal exclusively with the advanced lesson for the competitive fencer. And on that note, good fencing, and take care.